The flames were visible from blocks away, orange tongues licking at the windows of the downtown apartment complex as thick black smoke poured into the sky. Sirens screamed through traffic as the fire trucks rounded the last corner. Every second mattered. Lieutenant Andre Mason jumped out before the wheels even stopped. A seasoned black firefighter with over a decade of experience. Andre had seen just about everything, but he never let it numb him, especially when lives were at stake. As he ran toward the building's side entrance, gear strapped tight, a security guard in a crisp uniform suddenly stepped in his path. "Hey, you can't go in there!" Andre didn't slow. "I'm with the fire department. Lieutenant Mason. There are people trapped on the third floor." The guard, a middle-aged man with a red face and a puffed chest, blocked him again. "You don't have a badge. I don't see any official ID. You need to wait for someone in charge." Andre's voice stayed calm, but his eyes burned hotter than the fire behind him. "Sir, I am in charge of this response. Either move, or I'll go through you." From the corner of the lot, a few tenants and bystanders were recording on their phones, shocked by what they were seeing. Fire raged just steps away, and a firefighter, clearly geared up, clearly urgent, was being stopped because someone didn't see authority in him. Finally, a fellow firefighter came running over and pulled the guard aside. "What the hell are you doing? That's our lieutenant." The moment passed, but not without damage. Andre bolted into the building, weaving through smoke and flame with precision. On the third floor, he found a mother and two young children trapped behind a collapsed beam. The mother clutched both kids, coughing uncontrollably. Andre called for backup, used his axe to clear debris, and carried the youngest child down himself. Within 20 minutes, every single resident was accounted for. No casualties, just one act of courage after another. Led by the man who was almost kept from doing his job. Back outside, as the adrenaline faded, news crews arrived. People gathered around Andre to thank him, shake his hand, and offer him water. The mother he'd saved held her daughter and whispered, "You didn't just save us. You believed we were worth saving." But the security guard lingered in the background, clearly shaken. One reporter asked, "Lieutenant Mason, is it true you were initially stopped from entering the building?" Andre glanced at the cameras, then at the guard. "I don't want this story to be about anger," he said. "I want it to be about awareness. Today, bias could have cost lives. Luckily, it didn't. But that doesn't mean we ignore it." The next day, video of the incident circulated online. Millions watched. Some expressed outrage. Others offered support. The department released a public statement praising Andre for his heroism and condemning any behavior that hindered emergency responders. Within a week, the building management apologized and announced mandatory bias and emergency training for all staff. But the most powerful moment came at the local town hall meeting. Andre stood in front of a packed room, wearing his dress blues, flanked by some of the people he'd saved. "I don't need recognition," he said. "What I need is trust. When someone sees a firefighter running into a burning building, they should see a hero, not a threat. If you can't see past someone's skin, you might miss the person risking everything to save yours." A standing ovation followed. Even the security guard stood, tears in his eyes. Later, he approached Andre privately. "I made a mistake. I judged you before I even gave you a chance." Andre shook his hand. "Just don't let it happen again. Not to me. Not to anyone." And from that day forward, whenever the alarm sounded, no gate, no bias, no hesitation ever stood in Andre's way again.